Good day. I want to welcome you back to the third part of the SIWES virtual training. And here we are going to be dealing with software. This is where we actually stop at the last class, which we actually dealt with hardware. Now, what do we mean by software? Basically, software are a set of instructions. Software, they are sets of instructions. Software, they are code, they are line of programs, they are instruction given. These are the instruction given to the hardware to perform specific tasks. Software drives the hardware, they make the hardware functions. So software determines a functionality of hardware, and it installs the hardware, determines check whether the hardware is functioning or not. So basically, we have two parts in software. We talk about set of instructions that drives the hardware, and we talk about the set of instructions that allow you to perform specific tasks. These are software. So system software is one part, and the application software is another part. The system software is the part that drives the hardware and gives an environment for the application software to be used, to be installed. While the application software, on the other hand, are those softwares that allow you to perform specific tasks. They allow you to perform specific tasks. I want to thank to Space that allow me to download this image you are looking at. So now, let's see software and software, system software and application system. So looking at this, these are various application system software. Various application software. I told you the application software allow you to perform specific tasks. Let's go back to the previous image. If you look at this, we are talking about Windows. Windows is a system software. Android, commonly used in phone, is a system software. That's the desktop version. This is another one. That's another Windows. This is Linux, and this is Apple. All these are Windows. They are system software. They are system software. You install this before you install this. When you have an hardware, this must have been pre-installed, just like you buy a phone, either a Apple phone. If it happens to be an Apple phone, this one will have been pre-installed. If it is an Android phone, this will have been installed, and if it is a Windows phone, this will have been pre-installed. This is being installed to drive the hardware, to make sure that the hardware provides the environment for you to enjoy all your application software you need to install. So these are the other application software. Mozilla allow you to perform specific tasks. This is a document, this is a mail, this is a YouTube, and this is another one. So if you look at this, you see different software that allows you to perform specific tasks. So they are known as application software. Please don't forget, system software provide the environment for application software to be installed, and system software drive the hardware. Please, let's take note of that. So let's see the relationship between the softwares, even the hardware. The first part is the hardware. If you look at this, is the hardware here. You get the hardware first. A system software is already pre-installed on the hardware, or you install it yourself, then before you now install the application software. It is after you have, if you are getting a system, a laptop for example, laptop is an hardware. Putting it on, you will have seen operating system installed on it using Windows, for example. If you buy a new laptop now, you will have seen a Windows 10 or Windows 11 pre-installed. It will do some setup, then after that you'll be able to install your application software. So these are the relationship between hardware and software. The relationship between hardware softwares, either system software or application software. Now coming to this now, this is very important. Most people don't care. When you put on your system, what happen? What happen when you put on your system? When you power on your system, the BIOS perform post. What does it mean? When you put on your system, the first thing you see most of the time is to say the information of the system, probably a Dell, HP, the display. After that, depending on the speed of the system, it will check all the hardware installed on your system to check their functionality. That means the BIOS settings, you check that. Then from there, it will move to where your OS is being installed inside the hard disk. So when it's now loading the OS, then it will now come up and show your RAM, which is showing your desktop. So and the process for system to perform tasks for within a specified period is known as booting process. That is booting process. And we have two types, cold and warm. I'm sure you've heard of that before. This is just different. Cold booting and warm booting are two methods used to restart a computer system. Cold booting is a safe method of restarting a computer from a powered off state, while warm booting is a faster method of restarting the computer without fully powering it off. That means when your system is being put in a safe mode, not a safe mode, when in a sleep, when you put on your system to sleep, that means that is going to be a warm booting. When you put your system in hibernation, that is going to be a warm booting. Your system undergoes cold booting when it is actually off. When you put it on from initial off state. When you put on the system from initial off state, that is when it can perform cold booting, not hibernating state or a sleep state. I'm sure you remember, you understand the difference between cold booting and warm booting. Cold booting and warm booting. Cold booting is when your system boots from initial powered off state, while warm booting is the other way around. Your system is being booted maybe from sleep or from hibernation. And you need to be very careful about warm booting, because we have been warned here that warm booting can be more dangerous than cold booting, as it may lead to data loss or system instability if not done correctly. So we need to watch out for that. And when you do booting, what happens? Your desktop environment shows up. Your desktop environment shows up. And this is where we are going to continue in the using of the system. Then after that now, then you must understand keyboarding before you go into operation of the system. If you are using a desktop, if you are using a laptop, you must understand keyboarding. You must understand the settings. This is the function keys, numeric keys, depending if your laptop is having a numeric key like this. Some laptops don't have a numeric key. What they have is they have this numeric key integrated inside their alphanumeric key. This numeric key, they are integrated with another color on this alphanumeric key. So understand the escape key, functions in our F1 to F12. You have the number key, of course, the one up here. So that means if you are using a normal standard laptop, it will only have this section. So you have this section. So you will it includes this section soon. So you have all this. So you see every other one, all this one embedded inside one place or the other here. All these other one be embedded. All these other one be embedded in one area here. So You must understand your control key, your alt key. They don't function alone. Your shift key, they don't function alone. They function with other keys. They function with other keys. So now we are going to be going into system information, system maintenance, and other terms. Then from there we move to our applications, and then we continue on the screen. So don't forget now about what we did today, talking about the software. We mentioned application software and system software. We've talked about booting, the relationship also. We talked about warming, code warming, and code booting and warm booting. Sorry for that. Then we have desktop environment. Then we understand keyboarding. Then we go into this. So I won't close this because I don't want the time to be long. Please, I still want to urge us to every time always make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, and you share. You understand? And you share. I want to see your comment. I want to know how this virtual training is impacting you, guys. So we'll be going to the next class now, which is going to be system information, which is going to be in the next part. So thank you very much.